Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a thrift haul, just a good old-fashioned thrift haul. A few days ago, I went down to Los Angeles for the first time in 3 months. That's normally where I do almost all my sourcing. And I was able to go to 3 thrift stores in a shorter bit of time. So our thrift stores are currently only open from about 10 to 6, kind of that single shift mindset for them. And so that's a shorter day for me typically. However, I got to sleep in a little bit and I still found some great stuff. So all of this stuff I've already taken photos of, listed. All I need to do now is cross-list the rest to Poshmark, but I've been working really hard so I could get you this haul video. There were a couple damaged items, which, that just happens, but I am going to show those because I think it's important to be transparent. And there were a few things that if I had more time and I wasn't feeling rushed that day, I probably would have left behind. But I was just happy to be back out. Yeah. So I'm going to start with the stuff that I could already see something fell over there. I'm going to start with the stuff that I paid full price for. The majority of that is I was willing to take a higher risk on. And then I'll show you the stuff that I paid half price for that was on sale that maybe I wouldn't have gotten unless it was on sale. But anyways, if you aren't subscribed and you like reseller content, I sell on Poshmark and eBay. Definitely consider hitting the subscribe button down below. And if you like this video, welcome back to the thrift haul world for me. Hit the thumbs up. I scrambled to try and get this all listed as quickly as possible so I could get you this haul video as quickly as possible. Also, I will link the Thrift With Me video from this day in case you want to see the stuff that I left behind. I find great value in seeing what people are leaving behind. So that's just more of, you can go out thrifting with me and also see what I didn't bring home with me. So, all right, just jumping in to the first bag. Also, I do have some plastic bags here. So our grocery stores here won't let you bring in your own bags. And so the first 2 stores, I didn't think the thrift stores would allow it either. So I will reuse the bags. I reuse plastic bags for a number of different things. I try to bring all my own bags, but it's just, it's a different time right now. And so you'll hear plastic and yeah. But all right, so this first item, I just want to get it moved out of the way because it smells. I need to soak this and I'm not worried about getting this scent out. I've already washed it twice and it seems to be in pretty good shape for being Lululemon. This actually was in my Thrift With Me haul. It literally was so crinkled and had all this crusty stuff and it smells like mildew. I'm really selling this one for you, but this is Lululemon. So it does have the pull tag. This is a size 6 and this is just a black full zip jacket and it's got the pockets. It's also got some lint. Once I got it out of the wash and I realized the smell was still there and that I would need to soak it, I just kind of put it aside. But it does have the zippers, zipper pockets, and other than just needing a lint roll and a good soak to get that scent out, it's in pretty good shape. Like I would wear it, absolutely. So I did pay full price for this. I am hopeful that I will be able to get that scent out. And I don't know all the comps. I do have everything listed with the exception of, I think, this and one other item. So if you want to see what I'm listing them for, obviously I leave room for some offers typically. So I'm not expecting to get the price that I'm listing for, but you can go check out, by the time this goes up, everything should be listed on both eBay and Poshmark. You can see these listed to see high price things. But anyways, so I don't know. I should be able to, hopefully if I can get that sent out, 40 to 60 for this is what I'm guessing, but I didn't look up comps because I'm still working on it. So, all right. Just gonna pull some stuff out. All right, this one I absolutely loved. And this is not a brand I pick up all the time. So it's just, but I will pick it up. It just depends on the piece. So this is Pilcro and the letterpress. I'm using a different tripod setup, so if I'm not holding the label close up or long enough, you could always hit pause, etc. But this is such a fun little denim jean jacket. It's got very light distressing, in spots, which is intentional. And then this faux fur collar is removable, which I absolutely love. So for winter, you can throw this on, or if you're going out, with your friends, you can throw that on, or you can remove it and just have the regular jean jacket. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. If this were my size, I always say this, but that's how much I like it. This is a size small, and if you didn't know, this was Anthropologie brand. I found one that sold for $125, but that could have been a bundle, so maybe it didn't sell for that price, but maybe It was part of a bundle. I also saw one sell on another website. I want to say Tradesy or something for around $125. I can't remember the exact amount. Now, I'm not going to price mine that high. I think I priced this at $99, I believe. But I still think it's just such a fantastic jacket, the fun little pop of plaid. And also I really liked kind of the leather accents. So this is great because then you can kind of tighten it just a little bit if you want or not. But yeah, just a really solid piece, really great condition. Loved it. I don't know where I'm going to put everything, but we'll just figure it out. Okay, so this one, I'm still going to sell it, but I probably would have listed it for a little bit higher. But I am excited just to share this brand or this designer. There is a small pinhole, so I had to list much less than what I was hoping for. This is just a yellow t-shirt. It's nothing special. However, this was a new designer for me. It's a black on black label, so it's gonna be really hard to read. Veronique Branquino? That's Branquino? I'm not sure. I will try and put it on the screen. But it is a pretty expensive designer. Some of the stuff can resell for quite a bit. T-shirts at my thrift stores are not very expensive. So I thought, oh, fun, I can try out a new designer. This was full price, but only a couple dollars. I thought maybe I could get about $20 for it. But with that small pinhole, which might have been from a tag, it's just, I mean, it's super tiny. I had to disclose that. So I'm probably not gonna get much for it, maybe a small profit, but still a new designer to learn about. So, all right, this is one that I maybe shouldn't have picked up. I can't figure out what this brand is, but it was another new label. And if any of you guys recognize this label, I have been searching and finally I just gave up and I listed with no idea on comps. But this is a lamb leather miniskirt and it's just classic. I mean, this is just one of those staple pieces I think every closet needs. I thought maybe this was like an Aritzia or I don't know, but I don't think it is. Now it's got the material tag. So it does have the, where it says lamb leather and it does, let's see if I can show you. It does have the size. So it's a size 34. I have looked up all the words that I can on here. There's more words right here. I just can't figure it out. So academia, I don't know. Yeah, academia. I don't know where this is from, but it is a real leather skirt. It is classic. It's tiny, but I still think it'll sell. So I think I listed this at $49. Again, I paid full price for it. I think it's worth the risk when it's a really great quality piece, but yeah. All right, here's a few Eileen Fisher. I actually had a decent Eileen Fisher day. I heard someone recently say they stopped picking up Eileen Fisher and I'm like, I'll take it. It's still one of my favorite brands to pick up. Now, I mean, obviously, be selective as far as like how much does it cost, what sizing matters, what material, Eileen Fisher linen might be a little better at times than the cotton versus, etc. But for the most part, I pick up Eileen Fisher if it's in good condition. I like wearing it and I like selling it. So yeah, these are 3 pieces. I think I have a couple more from another store, but this is just Eileen Fisher. This is a small, great little basic. I love these kinds of sweaters that are super casual. I believe this is organic cotton. This is kind of that all season, all year round type of piece. And yeah, it's an easygoing type of thing. So, all right, then there were 2 pairs of pants. This one is more like the lag and look type of vibe. So it's a gray, it has a drawstring waist, and then at the bottom, it's kind of got the, not palazzo pant, but there's a name for it and I'm blanking, but it's linen. It's just more of your classic kind of summer pant. So I think those are gonna do really well. And these are a size small. So this is probably all the same donor. And then this is a pair of brown straight leg cropped pants. And this isn't a color that I'm necessarily drawn to, but it is kind of that earthy, natural colors that a lot of Eileen Fisher wearers appreciate. And so yeah, comps still look decent on this. So happy to pick those up. All right, this one might have been one of my favorite pieces from the day. It is we are gonna have a harder time holding this up. It is a beautiful silk dress. It's a size 16, I believe. So it's a fantastic size and just adorable. So this is an Anthropologie piece. And it's kind of a midi length, I would say. So this is the, I never know how to pronounce it, Moulinette, Sours, it's French, so I never took French. Yeah, so size 16, which is great size, beautiful summer piece, beautiful vacation piece, and just a really quality piece. What I love also is it's got this little, it's got the 2 straps on each side, and then it has the halter around the neck. So it's not completely reliant on the halter. There's a little bit more support, but I also love that this has elastic on the back because then it makes it for an easier fit. As someone who has a hard time with the tops, this is just, yeah, easy. Also, the top I'm wearing is for sale. I found it the same day. So this is a mauve, which I don't typically pay full price for mauve, but this was a size 14. It runs a little small with Anthropologie. Typically for me, the pieces that I've tried on can run a little small. So I would say this runs more like a 12, but it's a really fun print, button front. I have a harder time with buttoning in the front and it doesn't seem to be too big of a problem, which is great. It's a little on the shorter side, or I would probably keep it like shorter in the front. So anyways, but it's adorable and I thought I would have some pink on for the video. All right, this one was a bit, well, it already sold. It sold within an hour, but this had a flaw and yeah. So this is a men's. So I didn't go into the men's section at any store. I've got men's thread boxes coming, 3 of them, giant ones. So I just didn't want to spend my time in the men's section. However, sometimes the men's stuff gets in the women's area and I knew this brand, I had sold this brand, which is Blvd. This is just a basic sweater, except it has the genuine leather patches, elbow patches. Now at the store, I just grabbed it. It was like, I love Blvd. Leather patches, great, sign me up. Except I don't think maybe someone tried to wash it, or maybe it's bleeding through, but it's hard to see. It was hard for me to see in the store. I had to get it under my lights upstairs, but some of the leather color is bleeding onto the sweatshirt part, and I'm not sure. You can see it right there. And it also like got on this side, like down here. So yeah, kind of a bummer. I still sold it for $20, which I paid full price for this. I believe it was about $7. So really I'm just getting my money back and then a little bit just for my time for listing it. But normally my Goodwills accept returns or exchanges. And that's what I do is I'll go every week and I'll exchange anything that's damaged to get my money back. Unfortunately, with everything COVID, they're not accepting exchanges. So if I buy it, I'm stuck with it. So I'm glad it sold quickly, just to recoup my money, and it is still a great piece. It's very hard to see, but I did have to disclose it. So this is actually my first time finding this Anthro designer. It is Raina Gill, I think, or Raina. So this is absolutely adorable, size large. It's kind of got that crinkled, gauzy, material, kind of semi-sheer. Absolutely love the trees down here. Just, I don't need it because it says large, so I would totally want this. It's got the flowers on the sleeves, just a really great piece for 3 seasons. This is one of the better Anthro lines that still has a decent resale value. So I've been keeping my eye out for it and I was glad I found this in such a great size. So happy about that. All right, this one, I didn't recognize the tag. It's a little bit more of a risky one. Again, all the stuff that I'm showing in the beginning, I paid full price for. Full price at my thrift stores ranges from about $5 to $10. So like long sleeves and sweaters, those typically are about $7. You know, jackets and jeans are more like 10. And then some of the shorter sleeves and stuff like that, shorts are like 5. So everything's kind of in that range. This, I saw this tag and I thought, well, it's got a Japanese name under it. I'm just gonna look it up. It's kind of unique, very stretchy. So it looks tiny, but it's not really that tiny. These are listed for quite a bit, but not many sold. So I was a little bit like I can list at the price where a lot of people are listing it, which was closer to that 100 mark or a little over. I think I listed this about 75, which, you know, leaves room for some offers and still a great return in my opinion. But just, it's really tough when you can't find solid comps. You just kind of have to, I'm always going to shoot a little low if I can't find exact comps. But all right, this is a We the Free People thermal. And I don't know if these still sell, but I thought this was kind of fun just because it's got the kind of multicolored trim, some loose strings, but these typically are a little bit more on the distressed side. So it's got the multicolored cuff. I personally like black, wearing black a lot, so this is more my cup of tea. And this is a size medium. And yeah, probably on a normal day, I think that's the thing. I have had, like, I've been scrounging for inventory for months. I did not have a death pile. So I'm actually hoping I can kind of create a death pile because who knows what's in our future. And so I picked up stuff that I wouldn't normally pick up because I was just excited to pick stuff up again that I'm selecting instead of just getting free stuff. So that's an item where I would probably get that at the bins, not at a regular thrift store, but I was just excited to find it, if that makes sense. So, and I don't think I should be really losing much except on a couple damaged, but yeah. All right, so this is All Saints, one of my absolute favorite brands to resell. Keep in mind, not every piece sells for just a lot. A lot of my All Saints items usually go between about 25 to 50. It's kind of in that range for me, which is one of my favorite ranges to sell. And the reason for that is it's not so expensive that you're gonna, you know, feel like you're gonna get scammed, but it's more, it usually goes for a little more than your average sale price. It's got the zipper. This had a name and I can't remember what it was, but there's a dress of this style. It wasn't Diana or something. There was a dress with this style, and then there was the cardigan, which is this. The dress actually went for over 100 multiple times resold. This probably, you know, more around that $40 mark, but loved that. This is Alexander Wang. This is the T line, and this is a nice little cotton blazer, but then it has some leather trim on the two front pockets, and then there was a little leather trim on this top pocket. But another designer I just kind of like the style of, this is, I think, a lower end for Alexander Wang, which is, or one of his main lines is the T line. But I just thought it's just easy to wear. You can dress this up or down. It's just a really, you know, convenient piece. All right. This is Theory. I don't pick up all Theory, but I still pick it up if I like the item. This, I did find this exact one sold for about 45 or 50. And I thought it was a great classic piece. You know, the nautical, it's got the kind of drop waist, fit and flare. It's got that exposed zipper on the front, and just a really nice piece. So if you're going boating, if you want like a 4th of July outfit, but just something that doesn't really go out of style. So Theory, size 4. This one I probably shouldn't have picked up because it's, I know I've sold this line. I know I've looked up this line multiple times, but I haven't picked it up all that much. And unfortunately, their dresses, now maybe because the last few months people are buying less cocktail or wedding dresses, maybe that's why the comps aren't that great. So I'm still gonna aim high and just hold out for the right buyer. But this is the Lavender line by Vera Wang. It's probably the only Vera Wang I will pick up is the Lavender line. This is just a beautiful, it's kind of a slate gray, metallic kind of, you know, color. And just a nice little cocktail dress or wedding dress. So sequins right there. Just a fun little pop. All right, I've got to go get those bags that fell. All right, so this one probably, this was the very last item that I got at the last store. And I picked it up and I thought I saw a tag, but when I got up to the register, there was no tag, which that means I probably was being a little rough and it fell off at some point. So they make these super cheap these days. This is, I think, a classic little boho item that can be a lot of fun to have, but this is actually a designer. It's not a designer I will ever really pay too much for. They did mark this up when they went to reprice, or when they went to put a price tag on it. So I did pay $15 for this, but I'm gonna hold out for the right buyer. It's just such a quality faux fur vest. It's got pockets on the side. It's got this beautiful gold lining. You can see the Trina Turk right here. So if someone likes designer stuff, this is still probably, I think the retail of this was about $2.98. So I think I priced it a little high, and I'm just gonna hold out for a good offer. It's just, it says, I believe, so it says P for the size. If you ever see P on a designer, every designer I've ever looked up where they have just a P, it doesn't mean petite, it means extra small. Of the designer items I've found. But this open, it's really warm to put this on, but I mean, I am not a petite. It does have a clasp, and obviously it can't go anywhere, but I could still wear this. So I love those items where, you know, if you don't mind keeping it open, you could still, which I would prefer something like this open. But anyways, I just loved this. And if I had more time at the register, I probably would have maybe said no, but it's all right. I know it's going to get a new home at some point. All right. One of the things I love is picking up sweaters and jackets. 2 reasons. Southern California does not have a lot of winter wear, and those are typically very heavy at the bins. So even at the bins, if you find something like that vest, it's still going to cost me $5, you know, that type of thing. But it means those are the areas I typically go to first. Also because we just don't have as much in quantity because people just aren't wearing as much winter wear. So I like to stock up year round. Even if it takes up space, those can usually sometimes go for a lot. Now, these are 2 sweaters. This one's not too heavy. This one's more of like a, what did I call this? Not a shawl, but a, what do you call this? Cape? I think I called it a cape. Anyways, it's adorable. It's got a clasp, but I didn't realize that I think there was a second clasp that came apart down here, like a 2 clasp. I'm not 100% confident on that. It is an older Free People label, but this back part, you know, over a white tee, that is adorable. So it's a one size fits most. It's one of the older Free People labels. I just noted that clasp was possibly missing, and you could replace it or wear it as is. Hopefully I can still find someone that just likes the design. I would still wear it as is, but I didn't notice it in the thrift store. All right, this one, extra small. I don't know how this is possible. Okay, so this is Saturday, Sunday, which is Anthropologie. Kind of has a, I guess it's full length. It's very oversized. Very oversized. So they claim this is extra small. I'm just sometimes. But I loved it because I love these hoods. It's like the Little Red Riding Hood hoods. Little Red Riding Hood hoods. Yeah, I don't know, because you can kind of wear them low. They're just very, I don't know, fun. So anyways, this has a little bit of shimmer in it. It's clearly oversized because I am not an extra small. But there is the tag, and I thought it was a great fall piece over some leggings and a t-shirt. And that little shimmer gives a little something special. So, all right. This one, again, all this I paid full price for, almost to the sale stuff. This one, very mixed comps, new to me designer, but I picked it up more for style, so I wanted to take the risk. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it says Stella Caracassi, I believe. Absolutely love this. I think it photographed beautifully. It's got that lagan look type of draped element down here. It kind of has this, it's not a scuba material, but just it feels quality. And yeah, it's a good, I think 3-season, 2-season, spring, fall piece. Small, medium is the size. And again, it has a little bit of the hood, which I love. So I think the comps when I got home, it was like, well, maybe 30 to 40, I believe. But I couldn't find that exact one sold. So this one I was pretty excited about. Obviously the label looks really unique. Gary Graham, it's got handwriting right there, which that's almost always a good sign when I have found anything with handwriting. So this is a size 6. This is the linen, silk, wool blend. Yeah, but classic piece. I think kind of has boho vibes, you know, put this with a cute pair of boots and a pair of jeans, adorable. This is a good brand. I think I listed this for about 75. So, you know, hoping to get somewhere a little over 50. But some of the Gary Graham stuff was selling for hundreds. So definitely keeping an eye out for that designer. All right, this is a Rails item. I typically don't pick Rails up unless it's at the bins. It really has become quite saturated, but I rarely find size large or extra large. And this is a great item for 4th of July because of the red, white, and blue. So, you know, with a pair of shorts, a little white tank under it. If it doesn't sell by then, I'm probably gonna wear it because over a white tank top, you know, not buttoned all the way, I think that's just really cute. You know, roll up the sleeves a little bit. It's just super soft. So I picked that up. All right, and I think this is the last item that I paid full price for, and it's Free People, which I don't pay full price for Free People often, but it's a little bit heavier. It's also kind of that 3-season item. I love certain Free People items. This is pink. It's kind of got that boat neck. I like the sleeve detail. With leggings, this is just comfy, cozy. It's just very soft. I think it has a little bit of cashmere in it, but just very soft and easy to wear. So I think it'll do well. So I got almost 50 items this day, and that was at 3 stores, and that's a lot for me. So that's a good day for me. Okay, I'll start with this one. This is an Athleta item, and it's a size large. I can't remember the name of this. I just listed it tonight and I've already forgotten. I want to say it's the Batman and Robin. It was a strange name, but what I love about it is down here, it's kind of got a cinched waist, and it's got where you can put all your hands can kind of touch. I don't know what that's actually called, but I just like the round neck. It's a 3/4 length sleeve, and it's kind of a greenish brownish color. With a little bit of black kind of space dye to it. So just a great athleisure or yoga piece and a good size. All right, this one, I feel like I had seen maybe an ex wear this brand, which is Welcome Stranger. And so it stood out. Obviously it says San Francisco, so that's always gonna stand out to me, but it's just a gray button front shirt. It's actually a button down for men. I didn't notice until I got home that this pocket has a little hole for a button. No, actually it doesn't. How strange. Okay, so it doesn't, but you can kind of see I thought it was a little hole, so I disclosed, oh, it's missing a button there. Well, good thing, because it's got the button underneath, but then when I went to go button it up, it's missing this button up here. So I'm gonna have to change my listing to say it's just missing this top button, which who buttons that anyways? And if they want to, there's the extra button on the material tag. So yeah, but I won't get too much for this, probably about $20, but it was still half off. Lucky brand, I do like to pick up when it's the chunkier sweaters, the jackets. This was half off, and this was just priced regular sweater. So it was like around the $8 mark. So I just thought this was a good fall piece. There are a couple snags on the inside, but you can't see it from the outside. So, and I would cut them, except I'm worried that maybe it would, you know, but it's like a sweatshirt material on this side. So you can't really see it, but it's got very subtle shimmer right here, and it's got the waterfall front. Yeah, it's not a style I can wear because typically it just doesn't lay right on me, but I think it's a really cute style on certain people, so. All right, this is another Athleta. Really like this one. Oversized. It just seems very simple in the front, but then it's got this open back with kind of the racer back in the middle. Love that. Was really excited about this, but when I went to go take photos of it, one sleeve, the hem on the sleeve is coming loose. So you can see it's still intact on this part. So if someone can sew, they could just quickly sew that back together. Or if they're anything like me, they roll their stuff up anyways, and you wouldn't even be able to notice it. But I did have to bring down the price just a little bit because of that. All right, so this was a brand or tag I had never seen before. I'm still not quite sure. Everything I could see online was that this store may be closed. So it's Oak. Really funky, fun stuff. Oak NYC, I believe, is the store, and I think it's closed down. However, they have some really interesting pieces. Some of it decent sales or decent resale values. This, I can't remember the name of this sweater. This feels very much like an American Giant sweater. If you know American Giant, you know that they are the ones that they made that really well-made thick sweater that they couldn't keep in stock. It's all US made. I actually know the owner because he's up in San Francisco, but they have just amazing sweatshirts and I've had them. This reminds me of that. Just very heavy, well-made, kind of a structured sweatshirt. So I think this is the olive color, which it's kind of a brown with that green undertone, but I liked it. And it's unisex, I believe. All right, there are a couple things that I've owned in a previous life, AKA probably got rid of them 5 years ago. Couple brands that if I would have known then what I know now about resale, they would have had great resale value. And this is one of them. And yeah, there's a couple. Chrome Industries is a Japanese brand. They had a Chrome store in San Francisco and I had a messenger bag. I'm a regular cyclist, but occasionally I would ride my bike around the city. And having a messenger bag was just handy. So I had a Chrome bag and they resell for great money. So I recognized the tag right away and knew these were bike shorts, like bike messenger shorts. However, they're cut off, like someone wanted them to be a little bit shorter. I think they're still sellable. They were half off, so they were a few dollars. I still think I should be able to get somewhere around that $30 to $40 mark. And yeah, so here's another Eileen Fisher. Love this. This is oversized. This is extra large, but kind of oversized, a little wider. It's not crop. It's just a little bit shorter in the front. I will probably wear this in the next video, but I love mustard yellow. This, I believe, is a linen silk blend, I believe. And yeah, it's got, the material, it's not snags. It just has like sometimes that Eileen Fisher, it's not holes or snags. It just kind of has a little bit of like, it looks a little imperfect, but yeah. All right, this one is Desigual. And it's kind of funky because it's a sweater, but it's got the t-shirt connected. Like the tank top is underneath and it's connected. So it kind of gives that faux layered look. So it's sewn in right here. So that's where you go. But I like the deep V. It's got, this very subtle design on the front. And then this is just very soft and a great print. All right, this is a joie dress, like a little denim dress. And if I haven't said the sizes, I apologize. Everything is listed. My eBay store and Poshmark are linked below. This is an older tag joie, but I just felt like this is it's a staple piece. It's something, it's buttoned all the way down the front. It's a great shirt dress. It's a great little denim dress. It's a, what do they call it? Capsule wardrobe piece, that you can just wear in so many different ways. So had to pick that up. All right. I feel like there was another one in this brand and I don't see it. Oh, it's over there. So this is an adorable little skirt. This brand, I have decent luck selling it, but it doesn't sell for very much. I think it's a catalog brand. I could be wrong. I think actually they do have some stores. But they have a catalog as well. It's just got this pinstripe button front. It's a skirt with a little bit of elastic on the sides, which again, love that. It's XCVI and it's kind of just a midi length skirt. And then on the bottom, it's got a little elastic, which adds, I think, just a nice touch, but just a great piece. We're just gonna dump this. I got one bag and one pair of shoes. That were half off. So, but it wasn't really a bag or shoe day for me. But I typically don't find too many bags or or shoes that I like. So, all right, this is a little tunic, and it's obviously fun, boho, kind of summery. Just love all that embroidery. It's got pockets. It is tunic length, so I want to say the top to bottom was about 31 inches. So size 1 with Scotch and Soda, which is also Mason Scotch. What is size 1? I want to say this was like a 6 small, I believe, but it was adorable. I wonder if this is like starting to climb in the camera, but that's okay. This is another Mason Scotch and Soda, but this is a graphic tee in men's. Again, I wasn't in the men's section, but this was in the women's section, and I liked it. And I think typically I find this more in men's stuff anyways, this brand, but just a nice color, nice little graphic tee. All right, a couple Madewell. Madewell is something I do not spend a lot of money on, but these were half off. So yeah, this is Madewell, size small, just a nice gray and white button front, lightweight shirt. Dress this up and down. Just, yeah, I'm a huge stripe fan, so. And then this is kind of a pair of palazzo pants, a little bit. Now, the material tag was cut out of this. They feel very polyester-y. That's not a word, but it's got the side zipper. It's just the wide leg crop, just really fun. You know, you could tuck this into this, have a fun little pair of heels. There's a lot of stuff you can do with these. So just kind of a great staple piece. Okay, I've got a bag and shoes, and then I have one more small bag from St. Vincent's, which was the only non-Goodwill that I went to that day. I got a few things, not too many, but we're almost there. This is a big haul for me. And I got all this photographed and listed in one day, which I'm impressed with myself because I don't do that often. So this is a Marc Jacobs bag. I want to say this is the Natasha, the mini. So this is nylon. I have learned, because I've sold it a couple times, Marc Jacobs is not a brand I typically will pay it for. I think this was marked, I think it was marked 20 and it was half off. So I think I paid 10 for this. But this is a great travel bag. It's got the adjustable, it's the great crossbody, but also for travel purposes, you can actually put in your information. So, you know, if you were to lose your bag while traveling, luggage tag, that type of thing. It's got different compartments. This unzips, that's got all these compartments. But this is a great, great staple piece, and these do quite well, even the nylon. So I believe I listed this at $99. I believe, but it's been a whole day. So yeah, great, great piece. It does have just a little bit of wear on the top of the strap, which is pretty common for bags like this. So I just noted it, not a big deal, and still in great shape. All right, and this is the only pair of shoes I got, which is a pair of Fry shoes. They were half off. I've learned that Fry sandals do not do that well for me, but I love the style. So, you know, I thought they're pretty tiny though. They're a size, I think they're 5.5. Yeah, so they're pretty tiny, but yeah, I've actually had decent luck with some of the smaller sizes. So I know it'll find a new home. A few scuff marks, not a big deal, and liked those. All right, few more things. Everything at this store was either half off or $1.20. So St. Vincent's is the largest thrift store in LA. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've gone many times. I struggled with it, and I really had a hard time this day because they had no monitoring of how many people could come in, and there were a lot of people crowding my space. Now, if you watch my thrift with me, I didn't get that footage because people were crowding my space. I was feeling overwhelmed, but I had a hard time finding space where I was away from people. And they have some good stuff, and it's a lot to look through. So I will do a whole day there at some point, just not today. So there's one item, the only item that I'm not going to resell, and I'll show you that at the very end because there's significant damage. But probably my favorite piece from there was this Eileen Fisher. This is a 2X. So it's the Eileen Fisher woman. And I believe this is linen silk, I think. But it's just a cardigan with just this very subtle design. The fabric has like minor imperfections, so you can see right there. but it's kind of, I mean, that's actually a design, these dots on the front and the back. So I would still wear it, and that's always my gauge, but it's a great size, and just the weight of it is just a really great summer, fall layering piece. So this one, so that was half off, but still, you know, not super cheap. This is the Rosie Nera. It's an Anthropologie brand. And I liked it because it had a little bit of a chevron print to it. Just a nice little button front, kind of cotton, I believe, blazer. And that's an extra small, so pretty tiny, but it's cute. And that was half off. And then these last three, we'll wait for the really tragic one at the end. These three were all in the $1.20 rack. So they have three colors. They have something 25% off, something 50% off, and then they have a $1.20 section. That's like the right before the landfill. That's kind of like their bins. I didn't go over there until it was less people, and I finally went over there for just a little bit, and I got a few things. This is that XCVI brand. These are a little bit faded, but still a really great, for people who like this brand, this is a specific style for them. So it's just a straight leg capri. It's got the intentional like stitching. It's supposed to be kind of decorative and give it a little bit of that distressed look. So I picked those up, just noted that the color is faded a little bit. This was also $1.20. This is Ava Franco. And this skirt, I think I saw one that had sold for about $35. I need to sweater shave it just because it has a little bit of pilling, but it's a gray and pink is just a great combination. So I thought it was a cute little pencil skirt. And yeah. And then this one I didn't list because when I went to take photos of it, looks like there's a little bit of a stain and it's not worth much. I just kind of picked it up based off of style. But I love these where they're kind of the cap sleeve or short sleeve, little cardigans. You could put this over a dress if it gets chilly at night. The brand is not anything. Even though it says made in Italy, it's not anything. So I was hoping for maybe about $20 for this. But there is a very, very faint, which it probably won't pick up in this light, very, very faint spot. So I'm gonna have to hand wash it, which is what the instructions say. See if I can get that out. All right, the very last thing, which is my major fail. I had a few fails that I will still sell and I've already listed. And that's just part of thrifting. This was, how did I not look at this? Okay, absolutely beautiful. It's Sundance. I do like picking up Sundance. McThriftsy, she just did a haul that I was watching last night and she picked up a couple Sundance. And like her, it's just they tend to have quality pieces and some of it can have a decent resale value. So there's the Sundance tag. I don't know the difference of the tags because I don't find it all that much, but absolutely love this dress. Don't worry, there is like you'd think with something this delicate, but I was so hot in there and I was so overwhelmed. So this whole outside has this giant hole right here. It's almost like a cart. So it kind of, the holes go down and then more holes down there. So I think it like got run over by a cart, to be honest, which really bums me out because it's just such a great piece. And I don't think that's repairable. So I'm just going to redonate that. And so the breakdown, I spent a little under $300 for almost 50 items. That is, I think it was just about $6 per item, which is steep for me. Keep in mind, even something that's $10, it's half off, which is the best, it's still $5. So some people have asked if I'm going to the bins. I may go and try the bins early in the morning for a very short period of time just to see how they're managing social distancing. We will see. But for the meantime, stay tuned. I've got some ThredUp boxes on the way. I have a B&G trading, which I paid for full price on my own. Some stuff, and I'm just probably for a while going to try and just source in multiple different ways and share it with you guys. So hit the thumbs up if you like the long haul. Thanks for hanging with me. If you want to see how I price things, go check out my closet or my eBay store. And yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. I will see you guys soon. Bye.